you don't have to burn it down. Okay. But much. That's somebody else's car. Leave it alone. Okay. So the first check goes to Nicholas Jacobs. All right. All right, you can just, I guess, take it if you want. we'll get, I think...
We have a lot of potential buyers. There's tremendous interest in TikTok. The decision is going to be my decision, as you know, through Congress. They've given me the power to make the decision. We have a great team of people essentially taking bids. We have a lot of people that want to buy TikTok. We're dealing with China also on it because they may have something to do with it, and we'll see how that goes. But it's something I think you're going to have. I'd like to see TikTok remain alive. I mean, I'll be honest, selfishly speaking, I won the young vote by 36 points. Republicans generally don't do very well with the young vote, and I think a lot of it could have been TikTok. It could have been Joe Rogan, and it could have been a lot of things, but it was also TikTok.
It is fiscally wrong. It is wrong in the name of God and America. How could we be doing this to ourselves?
Will the senator yield for another question?
I can't.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of The Take. I'm your host, as always, Kidger Dix here. Glad you can join us here on The Take on this Monday, April 14th, 2025. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take Here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's get to the take. Let's get with the big story. The big story this week here. Is it time for Trump and Elon Musk to their bromance of what's going on? We know that Elon Musk has been spending a lot of money and dollars in Wisconsin to get something in his favor like he did in the presidential election. Well, that Supreme Court seat that he was trying to get for a Republican, it was unsuccessful by Elon. Elon right here trying to cheer up the crowd right here, rally right here.
Thanks for coming. What do you think of my hat? It's actually something that I think it's one of those things that may seem like it's obviously important in the state of Wisconsin, but I think it could actually be important for the country as well, and maybe for the world. So, yeah, exactly. The result of that could be that the House switches to a Democratic House. Yes, indeed. And then they will try to stop all of the government reforms that we're doing, and we're getting done for you, the American people. So. I mean, isn't it shocking how much violence and hatred is coming from the left? I mean, isn't it supposed to be the party that they claim to be the party of empathy, and yet they're burning Teslas and shooting up dealerships and calling for the death of the president and me? I'm like, guys, you know, this is insane. Like, they're gone psycho. I mean, it's really like, I totally understand if somebody doesn't want to buy a product. Yeah, it's up to you. It's a free country, you know, but you don't have to burn it down. Okay. But much. Okay, so the first check goes to Nicholas Jacobs. All right. All right. All right. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you. All right. All right. You can just, I guess, take it if you want. I think we'll get you a real one too. Let's see. Hello. Thank you. Congratulations. All right. All right, congratulations.
All right, you saw that with Elon. Elon's trying to figure out what's next for his agenda. And Elon Musk now trying to get everything together. Meanwhile, the president, he's trying to entertain Kid Rock and sign a law act. Sort of like how NAFTA was now. The president's trying to get himself involved with this.
So this is an executive order, as you said, that deals with the ticket reselling business. For fans of live entertainment and for entertainers as well, the ticket reselling industry has become a huge issue. These people use bots and computer algorithms to buy up huge blocks of tickets and then jack up the price so that fans of live entertainers like Mr. Ritchie, I almost called him Mr. Rock, don't have access to concerts the way that they should. And when they do, it's at exorbitantly high prices. So what this executive order does, it charges the FTC and the Department of Justice with rigorously enforcing laws on the books in collaboration with state attorneys general that have power over consumer protection and other people who have the power to really crack down on this issue so that entertainers and fans won't be subject to these abusive and oftentimes illegal practices.
Good. Thank you very much.
Anyone who's bought a concert ticket in the last decade, maybe 20 years, no matter what your politics are, knows that it's a conundrum. You buy a ticket for $100, by the time you check out, it's $170. You don't know what you can charge for it, but more importantly, these bots. You know, they come in to get all the good tickets to your favorite shows you want to go to, and then they're relisted immediately for sometimes a 400% or 500% markup. The artists don't see any of that money, and ultimately, I think
You better do well with this. He's going to do it. Make sure everything is nice and clean, right, for your
Make America fun
because
again.
you're not in a clean industry. Hold that up. Okay? Thank you.
Now, someone asked the president about third term. Here, the president entertained the idea that, hey, a lot of people want him to run again for office. Here's what he had to say.
There's this other story. I know it's hypothetical right now, but if you were allowed for some reason to run for a third term, is there a thought that the Democrats could try to run Barack Obama against you
I'd love that.
for his third term?
Boy, I'd love that. That would be a good one. I'd like that. No, people are asking me to run, and there's a whole story about running for a third term. I don't know. I never looked into it. They do say there's a way you can do it, but I don't know about that. But I have not looked into it. I want to do a fantastic job. We have 4 years.
Third term. Does that mean you're not planning to leave office on January 20th?
I'm not looking at that, but I'll tell you, I have had more people ask me to have a third term, which is in a way a fourth term because the other election, the 2020 election was totally rigged. So it's actually sort of a fourth term in a certain way. I just don't want the credit for the second because Biden was so bad. He did such a bad job. And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm popular, if you want to know the truth. I think I'm popular because we've done a great job. I think we've had the best almost 100 days of any president. And most people are saying that. And it's an honor. We're bringing back our country. We're respected as a country again. And we're strongly respected. And people are amazed. I was with some very important people today, and they said that they've never seen a turnaround of a country as fast as this. I have had more people say, please run again. They said, we have a long way to go before we even think about that. But I've had a lot of people. We have a lot of potential buyers. There's tremendous interest in TikTok. The decision is going to be my decision, as you know, through Congress. They've given me the power to make the decision. We have a great team of people essentially taking bids. We have a lot of people that want to buy TikTok. We're dealing with China also on it because they may have something to do with it, and we'll see how that goes. But it's something I think you're going to have. I'd like to see TikTok remain alive. I mean, I'll be honest, selfishly speaking, I won the young vote by 36 points. Republicans generally don't do very well with the young vote, and I think a lot of it could have been TikTok. It could have been Joe Rogan, and it could have been a lot of things, but it was also TikTok.
No, man, this is it. This is your last term. This is your last term. If they had third term, then Obama would run, and that's already in the blue with that. But like I said, with Obama,
they couldn't even fathom that I was making a choice for myself, that they had to assume that my husband and I are divorcing. This couldn't be a grown woman just making a set of decisions for herself, right?
Right. Some of these tabloid rumors started to be fueled after her husband, Barack Obama, the former president, was seen attending some high-profile events, including former President Jimmy Carter's funeral, President Trump's inauguration, solo. Rahima Hellis is joining us now.
Who knows? But speaking of Obama, in other news, Obama going through a lot. His wife, Michelle, had to kill off reports that their marriage is up on the rocks. But here's what Michelle Obama had to say. Yeah, I just don't think that marriage is not on the rocks. It's just she just didn't want to go in there. I think that's what all this started caving in for. So Michelle Obama was trying to put up a brave face on her and President Obama. Hey, it is what it is, but we'll see. Well, speaking of that, in celebrity news, people are supporting Wendy Williams on Freedom Mural. You see right here, Wendy Williams getting her morale and stuff on what's going on. So I guess people were trying to keep Wendy stuff going. Meanwhile, Jonathan Majors and Keke Palmer in particular, she was supposed to do a podcast with Jonathan Majors. She's seen a lot of backlash and flack. Here's a little snippet of it right here. Yeah, Keke Palmer getting a lot of backlash for trying to invite Jonathan Majors on her show. And she did not. But Cam Newton sure didn't. Look at what Cam Newton had to say. Cam Newton don't care. I think Cam Newton is that type of person. He's going to stand on business and he's going to do what he wants to do in order to get his views up. He don't care how it go for him. So, that be and how that's going. That be. All right, on talk shows, on the Sherri Shepherd show, Sherri had well, we ain't gonna do Sherri. We're gonna do this on talk shows. We know that Netflix debut Pop the Balloon, popular YouTube show, and it was successful. Now it comes on to Netflix, and the host from The Girl from Insecure, here's a little snippet of that.
You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
Me? Oh, you don't want this smoke from me, Johnny. What are you talking about me? How are these clothes gonna help you?
See, I knew it was gonna be whitewashed. That they gonna make it commercialized, and they just started bringing everybody from the blue from different reality stars. That's what they try to do, make Netflix that. But Netflix trying to add their own spin on things for their own attention. You know how they go. All right, we'll be back with more Take. Don't go anywhere. This is the Take here on Connect TV. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Take. I'm your host, as always, Keke Dix here. Glad you can join us on the Take on this Monday, April 14th, 2025. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's get to the political rundown. On the political rundown, U.S. Senator Cory Booker delivers his filibuster about President Trump. He did a 48-hour filibuster. Let's take highlights on what's going on.
Cause some good trouble, necessary trouble, to redeem the soul of our nation. I want you to redeem the dream. Let's be bold in America, not demean and degrade Americans, not divide us against each other. Let's be bolder in America with a vision that inspires, with hope that starts with the people of the United States of America. That's how this country started. We, the people. Let's get back to the ideals that others are threatening. Let's get back to our founding documents, that those imperfect geniuses had some very special words at the end of the Declaration of Independence. It was one of the greatest in all of humanity declarations of interdependence. When our founders said we must mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. We need that now from all Americans. This is a moral moment. It's not left or right, it's right or wrong. Let's get in good trouble. My friend, Madam President, I yield the floor. Madam President, thank you to the pages, thank you to the parliamentarian staff, thank you to the clerks, thank you to the doorkeepers. There are so many people that make this place special. I kept you up all night, kept you up 24 hours. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, everybody. I think that's great. It's often, not always, Donald Trump, it's often a sign of people in America using their ingenuity, applying it, and being successful. But you and I both know that the richest people in this country don't need more tax cuts. It is morally wrong. It is fiscally wrong. It is a wrong in the name of God and America. How could we be doing this to ourselves?
Will the senator yield for another question?
I can't call you one of the baddest ass people I've ever worked with and not yield to your questions, but I have to read the words. I yield for a question while retaining the floor.
Cory Booker made history in a long time, beating the record from Strom Thurmond, who did a filibuster. Now Cory Booker holds the record, and Cory Booker trying to get himself together as always. So who knows? Cory Booker could run for president or be vice president. Who knows? He make a great vice president. Yeah, make a good president. You don't know. All right, on the reality show clip down on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Man, we still trying to figure out what's going on with Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore got kicked off the show, and Kenya Moore addressed her concerns on why she got kicked off the show right here.
Well, I'm going to leave these flowers here. Have a great weekend.
Hey, I need to get everybody's attention.
Okay, baby, I'm about to leave.
I need to get everybody's attention, please.
It was so good seeing you guys.
You tried. I need everybody's attention, please. I want to tell you guys I'm so happy that you guys came. This has been a labor of love for me. I have built this salon for my daughter, and I'm really proud of where I am. And I get people trying to bring me down for no reason. And I'm actually really sick of it.
Yeah. I just wanted to apologize.
I know, that was rude, but I'm glad.
I did my part. I wanted to come in peace.
You did.
I extended the olive branch, and, if she wants to ignore, that's fine.
You did.
Yeah, but I hope she reads my card. It was very thoughtful.
It was
good. Kenya, if this is the final hurrah, well done. You kind of did everything you did with Gone with the Wind Fabulous. Who can forget about that? You know how that be and how that going. So, hey, Kenya Moore with that situation. All right. And the viral video of the week. The viral video of the week is these two kids did not see this coming. It was an unexpected surprise. They were taking a picture in Washington, D.C., and they got photobombed by a former president. Take a look. As you see right there, President Obama photobombed the shoot. He apologized. Those two youngins don't know it yet, but once they get old enough, they will know that President Obama was there with them, but got photobombed as the end. No, that'd be. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of The Take. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of The Take.